Shalom. Call Halim like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostle great millstones and the brothers that's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. And peace and blessing, hopeful like Shalom. And this lesson is going to be going to a falling away first. Alright? Because it's mentioned throughout the scriptures that the Israelites would fall away from being the Israelites, leave the land of Israel, alright? Leave the scriptures and be in captivity under their enemies. And this is all throughout the scriptures. Alright? Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 1. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars. Alright, because the Israelites, Judah, on down, alright, sinned against the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And sin, alright, is not, alright, in your head doing something wrong, so to speak, alright? Which can be sin, alright? But sin specifically is transgression of the law. Let's just get that since I brought it up. It's 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Alright? Alright, so sin is when you go against the law, statute, and commandments, alright? And here's the other point I was making, alright? About thinking, alright? This is James 4 and 17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth not, to him it is sin. And what is doing good? Keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, having the faith of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, pushing his work, so on and so forth, alright? That is the good, man. That's that good gospel, man. That's that ultimate good, man. Alright? You helping an old lady down the street, man. Alright, that's not no comparison, alright? Especially a fucking heathen, alright, to pushing his truth, man. Alright? Now let's get back to it. James 17, and I'm gonna go to verse 3. O my mountain in the field, I will give thee substance, and all thy treasures to the spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. All right, because that's going into Esau. All right, taking our heritage, and like it says, Malachi 1 and verse 3 or verse 4 says Esau is the border of wickedness. All right, wickedness. All right, goes into being evil. All right, which is what? Sin. All right. Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I give thee. So the Israelites were gonna, all right, forget that they're Israelites, lead the land of Israel, lead these scriptures, so on and so forth. Everything that makes an Israelite concerning these scriptures, all right, and the heritage, the Israelites would discontinue from that. All right. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. All right. So the Israelites will go into slavery in a land they know it's not, which is what? North, Central, South America, and the islands. All right. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. All right. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai will have mercy on Israel, man. What is that? Isaiah chapter 14. I think it's Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14 and 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So the Israelites will go back to the land of Israel through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, through them chariots, all right, what the world knows as UFOs. And the strangers shall be joined with them. That's the Israelite foreigners. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives. All right, so when the Israelites were led captives into the unknown land and throughout the four corners of the earth, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So these so-called white people, which are the biblical Edomites, and the rest of these heathens on the planet Earth will go into servitude under the Israelites. It's point blank, period, man. And there's no gainsaying this, man. You can't prove the scriptures wrong because it's not us. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is Joel chapter 3 from the top, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So when the Israelites come out of captivity again, all right, for that final moment, this is what it's going into. This hasn't happened yet, all right? The Israelites have not been brought out of captivity. We're still under the rulership of the Edomites, man. And I will connect Edom to Babylon the Great shortly. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations. All right, this is going into World War II, and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, not Jehoshaphat. All right, Jeho, it goes into the English translation of Yahw, Yah, Yah, Yah. All right, Yah. All right, which means he. So, in Shaphat is I believe is judgment. Let me check that. All right, I believe it goes into judgment. Let me check. All right, correct. Judgment. All right. So Yahweh Shaphat means pretty much Yahweh's judgment. All right. And will plead with them for my people. So in World War III, Yahweh is gonna slaughter these heathens in the land of Israel, man, through their own works. All right, mainly these nukes, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations in part of my land. And that's what these Edomites have done and these Ishmaelites, man. All right. Um I'm gonna hit some precepts on that as well. Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, all right? Slavery, all right? When Judah, Benjamin and Levi, all right, and the other tribes that were already here in the Americas, when they had them up for when they would um bid for slaves, that's what casting a lot means. All right, you have a slave chained up, out on a out on a display like items. All right, and you bid for how much you want that slave. All right, $100 for the slave. If a slave, real big, 6'5", 220, chiseled, right, he'll go for more. All right, and have given a boy for an harlot. So they was trading slaves for sex for women, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. So they were selling um young adolescent, all right, Israelite slaves for women and for wine. And Esau and these other nations have fucked up, man, especially these fucking Edomites. All right, yeah. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? So that goes into these Hamites, all right, these so-called Africans in Palestine. They going into these so-called Ishmaelites, all right. So what we know today at not so-called Ishmaelites, so-called Arabians or Arabic people, all right. So the Hamites, which look like Israelites, but they're not Israelites, they're Hamites, so-called Africans, all right, and the Ishmaelites, so-called Arabians, all right. Those two people captured the Israelites and sold them off to the Edomites, which are so-called white people. All right, you will have people say that Africans sold Africans. No, Africans sold the Israelites. All right, in the scriptures, different. I can't pronounce that word right, but the scriptures lets you know that the Israelites are similar to the Hamites, but they're not the same people. I'm gonna get that once I finish this right here. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly, it will, and speedily will I return your recompense upon your head. And this is the transatlantic slave trade. Verse Let's prove it. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold into the Grecians, which are what? So-called white people, so-called Edomites, that you might remove them far from their border. All right. Now let's get that the Israelites look like Hamites or so-called Africans. Exodus 11:7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. And that a dog is not literally talking about an actual German Shepherd, right? All right, Rottweiler. That's talking about you fucking heathens. All right, because you're dogs, man. All right, you're inferior to the Israelites on every single front. Against man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. That point had to be made because the Israelites look like Hamites, and the Egyptians goes back to Mizraim, which is a Hamite, right? A so-called African. What we know them today is what is it? Not Assyrians. What is that country right below Egypt, man? What is that called? I forgot. Let me check the map real quick. Sudanese. I think it is. I think it's Sudan. Let me check. Let me double check. I keep the name slips my mind. Let's check. I know it's right. Yeah, Sudan. I was right. The Sudanese people are the children of are Mizraim, all right? The Egyptians, all right? Those are the actual Egyptians. It's not the people that's dwelling in the land of Egypt now, and it's not no fucking Edomites, all right? Now let's get what was I getting into, man? Let's connect. Let's hurry up and connect well, I'm not in a rush, but let's connect the Edomites to Babylon the Great. All right, let's get Ezekiel 36, and this connects. You see, this is all gonna connect, man. Joel chapter 3, Ezekiel 36, Ezekiel 37. All right, Psalms 37, Jeremiah 50. Psalms 137. All right, this is Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus said Yahweh thy power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, and that's the Edomites, all right? Idumea is just the Greek way of saying Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession. So the Edomites took the land of Israel, and they still have it to this very day, because the Israelites are not in the land of Israel right now, all right? With the joy of all their heart and despiteful minds to cast it out for prey, all right? Let's get this right here. So as we read Joel chapter 3 verse 2, it talks about the parting their land, man, which is an end time prophecy. This is not hasn't came into fruition, all right? Now let's hit up Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 11. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, the Edomites, because ye are grown fat as the heifer of the grass and bellow as bulks, all right? And this is verse 13. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. All right. And this is talking about Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. All right. It's not talking about Nebuchadnezzar. All right. Because this Babylon right here that it's talking about will completely be wiped off the face of the earth. And the Israelites, the northern southern kingdom, were mentioned in the scripture to be both in captivity and slavery in this Babylon. And as we know, the Babylonian captivity under Nebuchadnezzar was only the southern kingdom. All right, these scriptures are undefeated. You can't go against these scriptures. All right, and Esau is completely hurt. I seen one of the elders. All right, that the house of David. All right, that fully, I forget, it was either Abba Bivens, High Priest Arya, or King Masha. All right, they were talking about how Esau should have just destroyed the scriptures instead of try to use it like he's that's his, like it's his heritage, it's his property, because that's what Esau's did, man. He took our land, he took our identity, and he took our scriptures and just ran with it. All right, thinking that, oh, yep, we got him. But at the whole time, Yahweh had him in a trick bag, man. And now that trick bag is coming out. The trick's coming out, man. All right, you've been these Edomites have been bamboozled. They have been bamboozled. There's no turning back for Esau, man. All right, your kingdom's gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be destroyed, and you're going to slavery, man. And then you're gonna be exterminated. All right, that's the destiny of these so-called white people, man. And they're not white, man. This background white, man. They're red, man. They're red. This is Psalms 137, and I'm gonna just skip down to verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. And raise just means to destroy. O daughter of Babylon. All right, so it's connecting these Edomites to the United States of America. All right, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. So the Edomites are connected to the Babylon, man, throughout the scriptures. All right, this Psalms 137 is just a direct connection. Let's get let's go to the book of Jeremiah. And for anybody that doesn't understand that the daughter of Babylon is United States of America, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah is not dealing with you, or you just haven't had the proper breakdown. Now, if you had the proper breakdown and you still don't understand it, that means it's Yahweh Shem Shah is not dealing with you, man. Point blank, period. Jeremiah 12 and 15. It shall come to pass after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man. Hold on, Salakia. Yeah, let me scroll up a little bit. Jeremiah 12 and 14. Thus said Yahweh against all mine evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their land and pluck out the house of Judah from among them. And it shall come to pass that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage and every man to his land. All right. So Yahweh Bashim Shah is going to have um Yahweh Shem Shah is going to have mercy on the Israelites and bring them back into their land, all right, which has not happened yet, all right, because when Israel goes back to their land, we'll have spiritual power, we'll have King David, and nobody will make us afraid anymore, all right. Jeremiah 12 and 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. So that's going into the Israelites being scattered all throughout the nations, looking like other nations. All right. That's why it mentions a speckled bird. All right. Because a speckled bird has different shades and colors and different patterns. All right. This is Hosea chapter 1 and verse 6. And she conceived again and bare a daughter, and Yahweh said unto him, call her name Lorahuma, Lorahama, Loruhama, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. And that's that discontinuance of their heritage of the land of the nation of Israel, man. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by Yahweh their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle axe, by horses, nor by horsemen. All right, and that just goes into Judah being saved first, man, because Judah is the head tribe. All right, verse 8. Now when she had weaned Lo Rahama, I think I'm pronouncing it right now. Ruhama, she conceived and bare a son. Then said Yahweh, call his name Lo Amami, Lo Amami, Lo Ami. Lo Ami, Salakia. For ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. And that's what's said. That's been said to the Israelites ever since we've been here in captivity in the United States of America. All right. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And will come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, "You are not my people," there should be said unto them that you are the sons of the living power. So here in Babylon the Great and throughout the four corners of the earth, we will be recognized as the Israelites, all right? And we're recognizing ourselves first, and then after that will come these heathens, all right? As they're getting slaughtered and bowing down, all right? Verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. So the northern and the southern kingdom will be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. So they're going to become one nation. And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall that for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Now let's go to Jeremiah 16 that goes into this, all right? Because this is all throughout the scriptures, all right, of this happening, all right? That off the top of my head, Jeremiah 16, all right, Hosea 1, Zechariah, I believe, chapter 2, Revelations 11, Ezekiel 37, all right, 2 Thessalonians 2, all right, Jeremiah chapter 16, scroll down, and verse 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land and into a land that you know not, all right? Neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall you serve other gods day and night, where I will not shew you favor. All right, Caesar Borgia. All right, this leprous pale Jesus Christ. All right, which is not the name. It's a false idol. All right. What else? Catholic. All right. Don't they believe in Virgin Mary? I believe. I may be wrong, but I think Catholics have something to do with Virgin Mary. All right. That's off. Mormons off. Buddha off. What is it? The Prophet Muhammad and Islam off. All right. Verse 14, therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So the whole world saw and spoke about and had fear and some praise to Yahweh saving the Israelites from the Egyptians. But that will be said no more, because a greater deliverance will happen, which is a future prophecy. But Yahweh liveth, that brought out the children of Israel from the land of the north. What? North America, Babylon the Great. And from all the lands whither he had driven them. So the whole entire world. How is that going to happen? All right. Through the chariots, what the Christianity calls the rapture. All right. Which is, the rapture is never mentioned in scriptures, but that's a proper way to explain what's going to happen, because they will be quote unquote abducted by UFOs. All right. Which are just the chariots being piloted by the Elohim, all right, the angels, the gods, all right, and from their lands where they had driven them, because the Israelites are scattered throughout the all all nations, all right, all lands, all right, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So after all this happens, after this grand event that hasn't happened yet, once that happens, then the Israelites will be in the land with spiritual power, immortality, King David, Yahweh Shai, slaves, so on and so forth. Behold, all right, Salaki, I'm in that right there. So let's hit up the book of Zechariah 2 that connects the northern and southern kingdom to Babylon the Great, all right, being in captivity. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith Yahweh, all right, which is Babylon the Great, United States of America, North America. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith Yahweh. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. All right. So the northern and southern kingdom, all right, will be saved from the United States of America, which we are indeed in captivity under the Edomites. All right. Now let's show this is that grand deliverance right here. Matthew 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to another. And who's going to do that? Yahweh Shai. And the elect is what? The Israelites. Let's prove it. Isaiah 45 and 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect. I'm in that right there, man. All right. So the Israelites are the elect. All right, that's the only people will be quote unquote raptured. All right, beamed up by the Elohim. That's the only people. Nobody else will hit a chariot, but the elect of the Israelites. Not even all the Israelites will hit the chariots. Ezekiel chapter 37. Scroll down a little bit. I think I got to start at verse 15. All right, perfect. No, 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 no. All right, Ezekiel chapter 37:11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones, all right, so death, those bones represents death. And what is death? Ignorance, all right? These bones are the house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dried, all right? Our hope is lost, all right? What? We don't got our heritage. We are cut off from our parts. Exactly, all right? Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus said Yahweh thy power, behold my people, I will open your graves. So we got our heritage back. We got the Kakadash, the water Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai, all right, was the reason why we came back via the second covenant. I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel, all right? So Yahweh, through you, Yahweh Shai, will bring the Israelites to the land of Israel. The people in the land of Israel right now are the small hatters. Those are Edomites. All right. Now, obviously, you have other heathens and Israelites scattered throughout there, but the majority of those people there and their doctrine is Edomites. All right. And the Israelites are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Anybody, all right, the speckled bird that doesn't look like those people, but their seed line goes back to those people. All right. Verse 13. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh when I have opened your graves. So the Israelites and all the heathen will know that this was the work of Yahweh, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. And ye shall put my spirit in you. So that's the second covenant. So when the Israelites go back to the land of Israel, they will have the second covenant, which is what? Spiritual power, immortality. All right. Nobody on the earth right now has immortality. And ye shall live, and I shall place you in your land, you in your own land. So Yahweh's gonna do it, not the what is it, the Balfour Declaration bullshit, right? Then shall ye know that I am Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahweh. I'm gonna skip 15 and read verse 16. Moreover, this is Ezekiel 37:16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. So that Judah is the head tribe over all the Israelites, all right? So the Judah is pretty much the most superior people on the planet Earth. And the Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom, all right? This is verse 17. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. So it's no more northern and southern kingdom, it's just going to be the Israelites. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. All right. So the Israelites will go come together, which is happening right now. All right, Ezekiel 37:22. And I will make them one nation, in a land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. All right, because you have the northern and the southern kingdom. Now it's just going to be the Israelites. All right, it's not going to be no northern and southern kingdoms. It's just going to be the Israelites. All right, you're still going to have the different tribes, of course, right? And Judah will be the head of all of them. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things. And that's what the small hatters are doing there. Why? Because they're not the Israelites, man. They're Ezekiel 36, man. All right. Nor with any other transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them. The second covenant. All right. Hebrews 8, I believe. What is it? Jeremiah 30 something, 37, I believe. Maybe off. All right. But I know for sure is in Hebrews chapter 8. so shall they be my people, and I will be their power. Verse 24. And David my servant shall be king over them. All right, I'm in that right there. So King David is not here, obviously. Now let's get what is that other one I wanted? What was it? Uh, Perfect. Ezekiel 36. Did I go through this already? Nope, I haven't. All right, Ezekiel 36 and 2. Thus said Yahweh thy power, because the enemy has said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Verse 3. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession to the residue of the heathen, and you are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are infamy of the people. That's right, man. Everybody talking shit about the Israelites, man. And the people that took our heritage is the Edomites, man. And I already read that. I'm gonna read it again. Um, let's get let's get to the book of Revelation, chapter 11. First, Revelations 3. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews. The small hatters that are saying that they're the Israelites, when the scriptures obviously proves otherwise, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come. I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So the Edomites will come and grovel at the Israelites. All right, and we're gonna beat the shit out of them, man. We're not gonna have no mercy on no goddamn Edomite, man. All right, go to Revelation chapter 11. And 3. And I will give power unto my two witnesses, the southern and northern kingdom, and they shall prophesy 1,203 days clothed in sackcloth, man. Right? And that's the northern southern kingdom coming together, man. Plain and simple. Hit a verse. Gonna wrap this up a little bit, alright? First Timothy 4. First Timothy chapter 4 from the top. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, and giving heed to seducing spirits, doctrines, and devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. And that goes into these 2/3, all right? And that goes into us falling away as well, man. All right? And that goes even back to that even goes into when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, man. All right? Because when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, you had people that knew, and then they still denied it. And then you had people that are just straight up ignorant to the fact, man. All right? Now I'm gonna hit up another perfect precept that goes into these Edomites, man. Second Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm gonna just read from the top. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, which is what? What was it, Matthew 24 and 31? All right, that's what this is going into, man. That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as at the day of the Hamashiach is at hand. All right, that's when Yahushua returns. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. So from that point when Yahushua was crucified up until now, the Israelites forgot that they were Israelites. And anybody that doesn't understand this does not have the truth of the Holy Scriptures, all right? And they're a devil, man. And that's pretty much what these Edomites are. Except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is what? The Edomites, man. who opposeth and exalteth himself above all thing that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, or that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, shewing himself that he is the Most High. All right? And the temple of the Most High is the Israelites. I'm going to prove that after I read a little bit more. Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, that man of sin, the son of perdition, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the prophets, all right, what I'm doing right now, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, all right? That's going to be that the concentrated, all right, energy that Yahweh Shai and Elohim are going to be letting off. That's going to be the nukes, so on and so forth, man. Verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. So that's the Edomites with all power and signs and lying wonders. So they have the power to be evil. They have the power to play out Satan on earth, man. All right, which is the so-called white man. All right, there's no getting around this, man. Now, what was I finna do? Oh yeah, prove. What was I finna? What was I finna prove, man? Oh, the temple of the Most High is the Israelites, which the Edomites indeed has in their possession, man. 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. Know ye not know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? And that the Edomites had us in slavery for hundreds of years, man, and has been beating the shit out of us for thousands of years, man. I'm gonna end that off right there. Shalom.